Good. How are you guys doing?
Good. How did it feel first day out there?
It was awesome. Finally being able to put on, a Jacksonville helmet and run around out there with some of the other guys and just communicate and kind of get that first day out of the way. It was really awesome.
Now, were you mostly, I kind of saw you and Devin were doing a little bit, Mike, each kind of sharing that role. What was it like first day out there, knowing that the two of you can add such versatility to that linebacking room?
No, it was great. Having Devin and I out there and being able to really communicate and, really communicate with each other and really push each other. That's kind of something that we, talked about going into today. And, from here on out, it's just to push each other every single day to, really get ourselves better, and always just that communication aspect where we're making both the calls and, we're having that leadership on both sides of the defense. I think that was huge today also.
When you got the call, when you first learned that the Jaguars had drafted you, did you have any inkling at all about how you would fit? And if so, and has that changed now that you're actually here and you've been in meetings and you just kind of get a lay of the land a little bit?
Yeah, initially it was, really kind of a real surprise for me because I saw that they took, Devin Lloyd in the first round. And so, at that time, my mind was thinking, okay, they got their linebacker. I'm not going to be going there. And they're the ones that, ended up giving me the call. And so, I was really thankful to have that. And I wasn't sure how it was all going to work now. But, after going through the meetings and being able to, kind of go through those different positions and, be able to kind of flip between Devin and I, it's good now. It's just still kind of getting that feel for it.
Since you guys were teammates in college, can you tell us a little bit about Trey Smith? And do you feel like he was overlooked? Or, what insight can you give us on him?
No, I think Trey Smith is a great player. He's a hard worker, and he's a great leader also on our, Wyoming team back in the past. At the time, he was always that guy that would bring the energy to practices and, always get us going. And so that's something that Trey will definitely bring to everyone here.
Chad, you go to Wyoming. Do you think NFL was a possibility, like as you're coming out of high school and that, or did it materialize somewhere down the road at Wyoming?
It was definitely in the back of my mind a little bit, and I think it definitely materialized a little bit when I saw, Andrew Winger, Dewey have a success here at Jacksonville. Then, a couple, Marcus Epps was drafted that year as well. Then it really came to fruition when, Logan Wilson was, going through his draft process, and he got drafted by, Cincinnati, and I was playing with him and alongside of him my second year, and, seeing what he did and, the opportunity that I had ahead of me, that's really when it kind of came to me.
Have you talked to Logan throughout this process since you've been drafted, just to kind of pick his brain a little bit?
Oh, definitely. Logan's been a huge help to me, especially when I was going to the Senior Bowl, going to the Combine. He was always there texting me, and even yesterday sending me a text wishing me good luck for everything today. So he's always been a huge help to me.
How did it feel just get back to football after months of interviews, workouts, all that? How did it feel just to get back?
It's the best. I love football way more than doing some track workouts and trying to train for running 40 yards that way. But definitely nice to get back to some football.
So, Chad, according to your college coach we had on our radio station last week, 195 when you got to Wyoming?
Yep.
Now, what are you at?
I think yesterday was like 242 or something like that, right around there.
Having Ben Barch's smoothies, or how do you go from that to that?
Yeah, it's definitely constantly eating and constantly putting on that weight. Each year I kind of put on 10 pounds throughout my college career, and it's just always staying consistent with that while you're running and while you're working out, so you don't lose your speed or lose your strength. But it's definitely, it's almost like a job when you're eating that much.
Do you think you'll get a lot of speed of the game questions coming from Wyoming, your position into the NFL? Just by the nature of it, did you during the draft process?
Just the increase the speed of the game?
Yeah, just different levels.
There wasn't too many questions. I think, there's definitely going to be a difference, with guys moving a little bit quicker, but I don't think that's going to be anything too, stressful for me.
What was it like first time out in the Florida heat? I know you visited here, obviously, but I would think, too, being back home in Denver with the altitude and now this. What is that transition like?
It's definitely a huge transition. Up in Laramie, it hardly ever gets this hot. You might have one day, in the summer during Laramie when you're working out outside and it gets hot like this. But, it's definitely going to be a little transition. Definitely going to have to be pushing fluids a little bit more. But, at the end of the day, you're still on a football field, still playing football.
Has anyone given you any advice of how many glasses of water or anything like that? Or
They've just been telling me constantly drink water, so that's kind of it.
What has it been like for you kind of the last 3 weeks? So you get drafted. I know Trayvon just told us he went up to Athens and was working out with some of those guys. What have you been up to the last 3 weeks?
Yeah, so last 3 weeks, after you get drafted and everything, it's been Zoom meetings every single day with the coaches. Getting that install in, kind of getting that step forward. And then also I've just been working out at home. I've gotten some stuff through my Wyoming trainer, so it's just the running and workouts every single day with the Zoom meetings and kind of just doing that on repeat and trying to get back in that football conditioning shape.
Awesome. Thanks, Chad.
Thanks, Chad. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks.